tonight on this show. How's everybody doing tonight? What a game tonight between Ole Miss and Miami. The Final Four winner goes to the national championship. What a game it was, man. Miami was a 31-27 back and forth game. Very exciting game. For a while they're kicking field goals. They're missing field goals. Freaking Ole Miss hit two off the cross, the freaking post. One went in, the other went. Crazy ass game, man. At the end, man. Carson back, and the Miami Hurricanes survive and win it. They are going to the national championship. Holy frijoles, man. It was a fun ass game. Final stats, man. Carson back threw 37 passes, completed 2023, 269 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. 133 yards run by Mark Fletcher. Keelan Marion, 7 catches, 114 yards, 1 touchdown. Malch Tony, 5 catches, 81 yards, 1 touchdown. DJ Danielson, 4 catches, 25 yards. But what a fun game, man. What a fun game. In Miami, I think they just got to run the football. Now, I will give credit to, at times, Carson Beck made those touchdown throws. And then at the end, man, rushing for that final touchdown, man. Carson Beck did his thing at times, right? But it was like, just give the ball to fucking Fletcher, man. But you got to give, man has a good defense, man. But yeah, man, what a fun game, man. Carson Beck, you got to give him credit. He threw for 269 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then he ran for that final touchdown pretty much to win the game, man. So got to give kudos to Carson Beck. And made it to the national championship, man. Who would have thought Carson Beck was going to take Miami to the national championship, man, as the freaking 10 seed. Holy frijoles. For the Ole Miss, man, Termatan Chamberlain, 37 passes completed, 22 of them for 277 yards, 1 touchdown. Caban Lacey led the way with 103 yards rushing. Saban Lee, 5 catches, 67 yards. Dizon Cerberlin, 5 catches, 77 yards. But yeah, man, a lot of field goals by Ole Miss today. They missed some. I think a lot of it had to do too with I think last week they played Ohio State. They're playing the freshman Julian Sain. Now you're playing a senior Carson Beck. I think, and this is what you see a lot in basketball, and this is in March Madness. You see a lot of upsets because, you're going up against these big schools, right? Like Duke, North Carolina, Michigan State, whatever. But they only have 1-star 5 recruit, and then everybody else is the chemistry's not the greatest. Where in these other smaller schools, yeah, the players are not as good, but they've been playing together for 3 to 4 years. And I think same thing here. I think Carson Beck, man, at times he looked like a pendejo, but for the most part, he played a really good game. And you could tell he had experience, man. Last week, I thought Julian Sain, being a freshman, his first time in the playoffs, kind of got maybe a little bit too nervous. So now with these damn playoffs, you have to win 2-3 games, maybe sometimes even 4. To win this thing. You might start seeing a lot of juniors and senior quarterbacks win this tournament now that you have to win multiple games. In the past, you only had to win 1 or 2 games. Now you have to win somewhere between 3 to 4 games. So don't be surprised if you start seeing a lot of seniors win this national championships now that it's an actual playoff tournament. But it was a fun game, man. It really was, man. 31-27. Miami advances to the national championship. They will play the winner of Indiana, Oregon, which played tomorrow, which pretty much people believe those are the 2 favorites to be the top quarter, the first pick in the draft here in a few months. So we'll see how that one goes, man. By the way, if Fernando Mendoza were to win both the Heisman and the national championship, I believe the first guy since 2019, Joe Burrow, to do it. So we'll see if Fernando Mendoza can accomplish that. Still has a little bit of a long ways to go. He has to win tomorrow and then would have to win the national championship in a few weeks. But we'll see what happens. Let's see here. More chicken nuggets. I think wrestling real quick. I think they just saying that I think something with creative, how they're making it known that even though there's a lot of tears and You know, a lot of people are saying that Road Dogg, Jesse James is in charge of SmackDown. They're still saying that there's like about 3 tiers and that eventually Triple H does have the final say on everything, right? A lot of people were wondering if Triple H was not that involved with SmackDown. The belief is he is in charge with, even they're saying that he probably has to get the final say on NXT. So they're saying Triple H has the final say on anything that's on the creative side, even though there's like a few tiers, like Road Dogg, then there's like I think there's like 3 tiers, and then you get to Triple H. And then he said Bruce Pritchard and I think Michael Hayes are like advisors for Triple H. So, but pretty much saying, yeah, even though Road Dogg does have a lot to do with SmackDown, the guy that gets the final say on everything is Triple H. So there's that. I'm not sure how much he's involved with writing SmackDown nowadays, but he does get that. He does get the final script, and he gives the green flag on everything. So everything you see on SmackDown, Triple H knows about before it's actually there. But anyways, and then I think they said something about now they're planning to have Obi Feeney and Blake Monroe go to Monday Night Raw. We thought that they were going to stack up the SmackDown roster with a bunch of NXT guys, but now they are saying that they are thinking of having Obi Feeney and Blake Monroe instead go to Monday Night Raw. So we'll see how that works. I think what's going on here is they view these guys as stars, like they're ready to main event, where these other guys, you know, like Trick Williams and these other what's his name? Although Javon Evans is only 21, I believe he's going to go to Raw. So it's interesting. No way, you know, the way Triple H is, Javon Evans, you might have to wait 10 or 20 years before you become a world champion. Holy free holies. Anyways, but we'll see. And then I think let's move on. Baseball. So Rob Manfred did an interview today, like press conference, I guess, I don't know. And he said he plans to retire in 3 years. I think 2029 will be his final year, which that's not a long time. When did Rob Manfred take over? Has it even been like 10 years? So he's not going to be that long there, I don't think. Wait, hold on. Did he take over as soon, like around the same time that Adam Silver did? Adam Silver took over like in what, 2013? So did Rob Manfred? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he hasn't been a commissioner for a long time. But anyway, he said he plans to retire here pretty soon in the next few years. But he did talk about, he said he likes the in-season tournament from basketball, and he's thinking about doing it for baseball. We'll see how that goes. Although in baseball, I don't know how the hell. I think in baseball, you're going to have to have them wear like uniforms or something, because what are they going to do? Paint the field? It would be interesting to see if they do an in-season tournament for baseball, how it will work. Assuming the same thing, right? The games are going to count as regular season games, and then the championship would just be an extra game, right? We'll see, whatever. And then he did say about adding more teams, maybe 2 or 3 more teams to the league, because right now, I think they're transferring the Athletics from Oakland to Vegas. So everybody thought that I know there's been talks about maybe like the White Sox going to Nashville, but now he's saying about adding more teams. So I don't know. Interesting though. Why not then just keep Athletics in Oakland and just put a brand new team in Las Vegas, right? If you're gonna end up doing that. But anyways, I don't know. But he said he wants to add a few more teams onto the league, and he also said he wants to do some adjustments with the divisions. He said he does want to keep the like the Dodgers and the Angels away from each other. Obviously, the Yankees and the Mets, the Cubs and the White Sox, right? But everything else, he said, we want to mix things up. I know some of the divisions are kind of weird, how like the AL West is like half California, half Texas. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, so he said he wants to make some adjustments to the divisions. But he said first he would like to maybe add like 2 or 3 more teams to the league. And then my guess is they're probably going to maybe focus on Canada, maybe. Montreal, maybe. Nashville has been talked about. That might be, because obviously they already got Vegas covered, right? The plan is for the Athletics to go there. So So my guess would be probably Montreal and Nashville. Those are the other places you hear. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Football, Mike McDaniels got fired from the Miami Dolphins. A lot of stuff coming out about Mike McDaniels. Was he going to get fired? Was he not going to get fired? A report came out a few days ago. I told Mike Kali and that he was going to stay, but now today he got fired. Already, some teams are calling to be a head coach. Some teams are even calling him to be an offensive coordinator. The expectation is a lot of these coaches that are getting fired, like Kevin Stefanski, Mike McDaniels, John Harbaugh, they're gonna get hired APP. Like they're gonna get hired here pretty fast. And then obviously the Ravens, man, they're making calls. I think they're gonna interview Vic Joseph from Denver, the defensive coordinator. I think also they want to interview the San Francisco defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh. I have a feeling Denver's going to get a defensive-minded coach. I think they want to go back to Baltimore is old school football. Run the football and play defense. They have a franchise quarterback in Lamar Jackson. I think they're going to want to fix up that defense. Don't be surprised if they get either Brian Flores or Robert Saleh to be the new head coach in Baltimore to bring back that defensive mind mentality in Baltimore. I think that is all, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's all I have to say tonight. So I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. What the fuck is happening?